everyone, my name is Dylan Rios. Today I'm going to be talking to you about a culture that I belong to that revolves around PC building. Essentially, PC building is a culture as well as a community in which people come together, they essentially discuss PC build and show off to the community about what they feel is the best and what they feel is not. So, essentially, PC building is your own customization of what do you want from a PC. And my own personal experience of building a PC was easy as well as just it was easy as well as a long process. Now, the first part of me building a PC was essentially buying the parts from a PC builder, in which I bought a entire PC for myself to switch over the parts that came with the PC to a new PC, which in essence is something that I'll get to a little later on why I did that. But it was a process that it had more steps than it needed to be than building your own PC. Now, building your own PC is it's something that was different from my experience, and which you would have to put in more work. Not, I wouldn't say more work, but more time, more research, in which you would decide what the purpose of your PC was. Is it going to be for work, or is it going to be for something like gaming or your own personal schoolwork or personal work? And that's very important because it also determines what kind of parts are going to be the rest of your parts for your PC build. The next part is budgeting out your PC, deciding how much you're willing to spend on a PC and how much you're willing to not. So essentially, when budgeting out, you're going to be deciding between quality and value. No, that's pretty much what budgeting is about, but it's very important because quality and value is very differentiating, especially in the PC building culture, depending on what parts you decide to short on and what parts you decide to spend more on. The next part is actually researching your parts. Researching what parts go well with others, what is compatible, what is not. And I'd say this isn't a hard process as people may think, because you're not going through separate files about what goes here, what goes where, but more of you can use programs online. They have websites where you can pick and choose parts, and it'll tell you, is this compatible or is this not? And this is something that I use too. So when I was building my own PC, the parts I used, I made sure they were compatible with other parts that I was going to place in the PC as well. So essentially, it's not as hard as a process as you may think. The next part is acquisition of your parts. Now, this part of the process is a little harder because parts such as GPUs are hard to come by these days because of the limited availability and basically shortages due to the pandemic. And with the shortages, it's created an opportunity for people who are not for the community, and they're rather to make for profit. And they'll buy up these GPUs and then they'll sell it for a hefty profit, like almost double the amount of what you would be paying. And this is the hardest part of the process. But otherwise, any other part is relatively easy to come by these days. And acquisition is it is a process that is it's depending on what you buy. The next part is actually building your PC. Now, building your PC entails getting all your PC parts together and putting them all together, as well as like wiring. Wiring is something that it was a little harder for me because I really didn't understand what wires went to what part, and so I really did have to look into YouTube tutorials on what PC part and what wire went to where and how to organize. But essentially, the building process is fully customizable, in which how do you want your PC to look? Is it going to be something that's like RGB focused, or is it going to be something that's very has a purpose, and it's not so much for looks, but more like it's the purpose of what the PC is for. Basically, PC building it's a fully customizable process in which you put in the work, and it is very rewarding in what you get after you're finished. And I'd say PC building for me was one of the best decisions that I made. Taught me a skill, and it got me into community that's very accepting, and overall it's very great. Thank you.